Uh, Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Jesse Love, the driver of the number 16 Toyota for Bill McAnally Racing in the ARCA Menard Series, and the driver of the number 15 Toyota for Venturini Motorsports in the ARCA Menard Series. Of course, be West and main ARCA this weekend for you, buddy. How's it going?
It's great. Just getting ready to work out here in a little bit, and everything's been going great. Obviously, there's no sim for the dirt track at DeCoin, and they don't have Irwindale. But luckily for me, I'm obviously I grew up running a lot of dirt racing, so I should be good there at Springfield, and I've got a lot of wins at Irwindale, so should be a great weekend. And looking forward to both races. Definitely got time crunch. Obviously racing Saturday in Irwindale, West Coast, and then Midwest and Illinois on Sunday. So it's a hectic weekend, but I enjoy doing stuff like that from time to time.
Yeah. Is this kind of your first weekend that you've kind of dealt with all that?
Well, I grew up on dirt, right? So you'll race in, Arkansas, the next night you'll race in Kansas, right? So I'm kind of used to doing stuff like that. I guess this time around it's a little bit different just because you're flying. And you're flying, pretty long distance, right? So they're both big races and they both mean a lot to me. So definitely want to get to both of them. And, maybe I missed practice at Springfield if the flight gets delayed or canceled or something, but hopefully, God willing, everything goes to plan.
You got to have some luck when it comes to those big flights. So, connector flights are always amazing. So, looking at this, of course, let's go to the West race for a minute. I know you're going to Irwindale. You won there the last time we were there. Of course, got by Dean Thompson with just a few laps to go. What's that going to be like going back to a place where you've already won at?
Well, hopefully the end result is the same. Obviously, we had a really good Toyota Camry, last time we were there. I think that, our Napa BMR team even better. I think we got a little bit, I think we missed it in some areas and this time around. So it should be a good run. Hopefully we're a little bit better than we were last time. We won the race, but we kind of just had to make that happen. I don't really think that obviously we didn't dominate the race or anything like that. So, we really want to dominate this weekend. And my crew chiefs, Travis Sharp, his dad's in the hospital. So this weekend, we'll be racing a little bit of a heavier heart, hoping that that we can get a win for him, and we can send a picture on his phone of us in victory lane. I know that would mean a lot to him, so we're definitely trying a little bit harder this time around.
Yeah, we're all thinking about him for sure. So going into after Irwindale, you're going on a plane to Springfield to race at the Illinois State Fairgrounds. I know you've been well adversed on dirt. That's your background. What's that going to be like for you to go race dirt in a big, heavy stock car?
Yeah, I think that it's an important point, and it's a good question because, for us, when I grew up in a midget in a sprint car, you're just driving as hard as you can. There's rarely a time that you can overdrive a sprint car or a midget, right? So you just want to keep attacking. But in the ARC car, you got to really tone yourself down. So this weekend, I think it's important for me to kind of realize that. And, not go in there with the mindset of just going to drive the wheels off and stuff like that. You got to be really, patient with it. And just kind of like run the bottom in a midget race or a sprint car race, you got to be really put around the bottom. There'll be times in a midget, I remember vaguely at, Port City, it was a really slick racetrack. And, I kind of found a home on the bottom that night. And, there were times where me and my teammate Dave personally, because we were kind of the only two guys running the bottom, we were, about to kill the motor on the bottom. Just you're so slow going around there. So I think that there are some things that I can use to my advantage this weekend at Springfield. But at the same time, if I go in there with the mindset of I know it all, I drove a midget in a sprint car for a long time, and I can just go in there and wheel it like that, I'm probably going to finish last. So yeah. Obviously, I just got to use my background knowledge of chasing the moisture, driving hard, but driving within the limit of the wheel speed to the dirt. As long as I do that, I should be really fine, and hopefully we can put our number 15 Mobile One Camry in victory lane this weekend.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have a dirt background. There's gonna be a lot of guys that in the field that don't, but You got Ryan Unziger, who won the race last year. Apparently Justin Allgaier is going to be in the race too. So what's that going to be like racing some of those guys, and with most of them not being well versed on dirt?
Yeah, I think that you'll see some guys like unload in practice, putting around it, and they don't really know what to expect, right? But there'll be guys that, Corey didn't really ever run dirt. Ty obviously didn't really ever run dirt either. But they'll be pretty good because they've been there before and they've done it a few times. It's just like any other race, in a sense, where there's things that work and there's things that don't, and you gotta be the one that figures it out and does it right and gets it right. So, and I think that obviously I'm in a little bit of an advantage being comfortable on dirt, being comfortable getting a little bit sideways, and I can use that to my advantage. But at the same time, I gotta also go in there with an open mind and be able to learn and adapt as the weekend goes on. And with Justin being there, yeah, it's definitely cool to have Justin there racing against us. I think that we're all going to learn something. Even when I ran a super late against guys like William Byron, I raced side by side with him and raced really hard with him at the Dixieland 250 earlier this year, for about 40 laps, and we were both just running hard, and I learned a lot just by racing. He's a damn Cup driver, right? So you learn a lot racing against guys like that, and so I think obviously Justin's running Xfinity right now, but he's in a lot of people's minds a Cup caliber driver, and that we can all learn a lot from.
Yeah. Did you have fun filming those Toyota Olympic videos?
Yeah, they were cool. I came in one day expecting like a 10-minute little video, and it turned in like we were there until 5 o'clock. I was like, oh my goodness. So it was a cool night, and had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah, that was very interesting. What was the funniest part about all that?
I don't know, probably Derek. Derek was pretty funny with his accent and some of the roles they had him do. It was pretty hilarious.
Yeah, Midwestern accents are always fun. Apparently, I don't know. Do you think I talk funny because I'm from Michigan?
You have a normal, pretty normal accent. I mean, there's guys like Chris Wimmer or guys like that come from Wisconsin. Dude, it's thick and it's pretty funny. I like it. It's one of the funnier accents for sure, but it's cool.
Yeah. Midwestern accents, don't you know?
Yeah.
All right. No, don't worry. I love you all Midwesterners. I got two of them on the main preview show. They're both from Minnesota, so we joke about it all the time. All right. Hey, bud. Thank you so much for talking with us. Good luck this weekend at Irwindale and Springfield, trying to go for 2.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.